up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to discuss the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I watched it yesterday. Let me tell y'all what time it is right now. I probably look like it's 6:25 a.m. I do, girl. It's a mess. I was like, let me just make this video real quick. I am brewing coffee, about to start brewing. I started brewing it. And I was like, let me just make this video real quick. So here I am. Yes. So Lisa, they started off with Lisa and them talking about, oh my God, I can't remember his name, Cameron. And she talks about how he mortgaged his home for her surgeries. And then they started talking about how all of the blogs have been talking about it. And I saw Layla Lynn's video. Yes, I was like, yes, Layla Lynn. Shout out to Layla Lynn. I was so happy to see that. I was like, come on, girl. Yes, as seen on Bravo. Come on, bitch. I saw her make the post, but I hadn't watched the episode yet. So when I saw the episode, I was excited. I was like, Layla. Shout out to Layla Lynn. So yeah, they was talking about how, everybody has been saying that Mary is running a cult, right? So they were talking about how they didn't have any facts and it was nothing really concrete. And Lisa goes, you know what? I'm going to bed. I can go to bed. It's okay. It's okay to go to bed. And so I think it was, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Meredith was like comparing Mary to Jen wasn't really like cool. I think she was the first one to kind of say it. It was like that's not the same thing. Lisa was upstairs, immediately went upstairs to talk to Mary. I think that's very sneaky. It doesn't help her case on how Detective Whitney Rose, okay? Because she stay on the case, girl. Do Whitney stay on the case? Bitch, that bitch is Angela Lansbury. She is trying to figure out everybody is a motherfucking suspect, okay? Everybody, she come and start pulling on your face, trying to see if it's a mask. Whitney, ain't nothing get past Whitney. Nothing. Ain't nothing get past Whitney. Especially when it comes to Lisa Barlow. She's like, looking at her. And Lisa Barlow, I think she believes that Whitney is not as smart. And I think Whitney keeps clocking Lisa. And Lisa can't take it. Because you already don't think the girl is smart. I feel like you don't. And then she keeps clocking you, and I feel like you have a problem with that. And it's so funny. Y'all see Lisa, when it starts getting hot, Lisa has to create like a distraction. She starts interrupting. Wait. So what are we trying to do here? Girl, she will create a distraction. So Lisa went upstairs to talk to Mary. Like I said, I think that's shysty as hell. I think that's sneaky as hell. So she up there talking to Mary, and you can hear them having a conversation. And she was like, and Whitney said that they were worshiping you. She said that down. She just said that downstairs. So you telling on Whitney. And see, it's so funny because Whitney said that, oh, she tried to put everything on me. And then when Heather said, when they came in her room with gifts, honey, the midnight manipulation tactics, when they went and gave gifts to Heather, Heather was like, Lisa looked real giddy, giddy. That's the word that she used. And because she was mad at Whitney, because Mary was mad at Whitney, she said, I'm not going to be cool with Whitney anymore. And she said it seemed like Lisa was giddy. Now, I don't know about Whitney and Heather, bad weather. I don't know if I don't know what to think about Whitney and Heather and their relationship with Lisa, because they don't seem to fuck with Lisa at all. But it seems like they really try to get along with her, but like they keep like they keep like giving her a chance, and then she turns around and she does something, and then they're back on her ass again. That's how I feel like. And I feel like they do want to be cool with Lisa, but they're just on Lisa. Lisa is the main suspect, the main person of interest, okay, every single time. Um so yeah, so she said, I don't believe everything. They think you're a god. And she was like, people lie, Lisa. This is what Mary's telling Lisa. um People say things about you that, I don't believe what they, girl. But I thought you said you believed Cameron. I believe Cameron. I choose to believe my friend Cameron. Okay. But then you telling Mary, you just come off as a liar. That's it. You come off as a sneaky little liar. And yeah, you're producing drama, but it's like, what for? To get Mary mad at Whitney? What's that gonna do, girl? To get Mary to go off on Heather and call her chubby? I cannot believe she said that. I was like, Mary, I would be laughing. I'm sorry. I would be laughing at Mary because, girl, are you serious right now? Like, everything that Mary was doing, I felt like she was like, when she was sitting at in that chair, she was like, I could have manipulated you a long time ago. What the fuck? And then, there was one point where Heather was looking at Mary, and she was looking at her like, bitch, I know the fuck you are not. You are not playing with me right now. She was looking at her like, bitch. It was so funny. I posted it on Twitter. Heather was over Mary. That shit was hilarious to me. So then Mary goes and gives Jenny some Louboutins, okay? And when she thought they were for herself, wait, she thought that Mary bought them. That's what I meant to say. She thought that Mary bought them, and she was like, oh no, baby, they already were bought, girl. But it's easy to give away shoes, like designer shoes, because you don't wear them a lot. You don't wear them a lot. It depends on, but like that kind of shoe that she was giving her probably hasn't, probably Mary wore it once, probably, right? At the most twice. So giving it to her, and she was like, oh yeah, they fit. And she was really, really happy. And then she was like, she was like, they were already hers. I would have took them, girl, if not just to sit there, because they worth a lot of money. Period. Period. They'll be worth a lot of money. They'll appreciate. Thank you. I'm not mad at her. Would you be mad if somebody gave you some Christian Louboutins? I wouldn't. I would if they were theirs, like they were their shoe before they were. I wouldn't. It depends on the shoe though. Like you would have to know, like if you just giving me an old pump, girl, no. But if it's like a fancy, like a almost like a collectible, yeah, girl, you crazy. Heather and Whitney, they're laughing with Mary. Oh, that's what Heather told. No, Whitney told Heather that she heard them laughing with Mary, and she was like, I thought we was all mad at that bitch, and y'all in there laughing and giggling and stuff. She was like, Mary was giving people gifts, and we were talking, and they were talking, and they came in my room with gifts. And then how did Lisa escape the situation? How were Lisa and Mary just so buddy running around from room to room last night? This is what they were trying to figure out. And so she was like, so Lisa dumped it on me. Lisa dumped it on me. And she was like, well, it made it just seem like her and Lisa were BFFs. And she said, what did she say? We were talking and they came in my room with gifts. How did she escape the situation? Lisa dumped it on me. BFS with Lisa. She come off two-faced, not blindly following her. What kind of preacher? That's so funny. That it's so funny. It is hilarious to me that we live in a country where religion has been used to kind of defraud people and just lead them on a completely different path of like victimhood, and I'm blaming the devil, I'm blaming Jesus. It's like no accountability for actions. And then it's like, that religion is used to fucking fuck with people. Like that's like the main thing. Like that's the main thing. And for Mary to act like it's so far-fetched that you and Jen are different. It's not. It's not. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It is. I don't care what y'all say. It is the same thing. Fraud is fraud. The entire, what is it? The charity 503B that you have to make when you're at church. Is it a 503B? I think that's what it is. That's the scam right there. That's the scam right there. This is America, Jack. Let me tell you something. It's the scam right from the beginning. That is the scam. Stop playing. Religion is the scam. That's how motherfuckers learn how to do shit, how to sneak shit, let's create a building fund. All right, everybody, and let's put them in poor neighborhoods, and let's make these people have this dopamine fucking rush when they're around community and make them feel like they're a part of something. That is the biggest scam, girl. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, you can act like, that's what Mary was sitting there. I was looking like, I would have been looking at her like, girl, shut up. Because what you think, the power that you believe that you have, there are some people that see past that shit. And people who desire to be in, honey, I don't even want to get into the church thing. Girl, the shit is a scam. So you could be offended by what Jen does and you being compared, but girl, it's the same thing to me. It's the same thing to me. She frauding old people, you frauding old people, young people, women especially, honey, got them praying to Father God, girl. Oh God, girl, shut up. Okay, Heather and Nancy, what happened? Heather and Nancy. Oh, that's her sister, Nancy. I was like, who is Nancy? That's her sister. So they've been separated for like 30 years. Has it been 30 years? That's a long damn time not to be with your sibling over some scam. Okay. So she was mad at her because she chose a different path. She didn't want to be Mormon. She chose differently, and when that happens, you live alone. You're going to hell. She says, and they never spoke of you. We didn't speak of you or anything. It was basically out of sight, out of mind. And she says she feels guilty that she has no relationship with her sister. And now that her father is gone, the patriarch, the one that probably was the main motherfucker, making sure, putting the gun to their heads and making sure they practice some faith that, ooh, girl. Now you talk about religious trauma. Really, people use religion to abuse people. That's why Mary getting upset. Like, girl, you could be upset all you want to, but we're not gonna act like that's not my church. Oh, girl, everybody says that's not their church. They didn't fucking found money behind Joel Osteen's wall. It's at everybody's church, bitch. Don't fucking play with me. Don't fucking play me. Even the smallest church is pulling a scam. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to. It's the biggest scam. It is the biggest scam. Shit. For you to be upset and offended, girl. And that's the crazy part, because you don't want to disrespect anyone's religion, but that's the scam too, because there's a protection there. Like, oh my God, it has something to do with God. You can't say anything about it or something's going to happen to you. No, motherfucker, y'all around here taking money from old people. Yeah, okay? And anybody who will give it to you. Shit. Fucking tell me, girl. Fucking wars and shit started over religion. You gonna tell me it's the biggest fraud? Everything. It's the biggest fucking fraud, girl. And now that the damn dad is gone, everybody can actually like kind of, they can be free and they can get together again. They got along. They got along with their dad just to get along. A lot of fathers are like that. As long as you doing exactly what I want you to do, as long as you are a mirror image of me, as long as you my thumbprint, as long as you the same have the same, as long as you do what I want you to do, we cool. When you don't do what I want you to do, you ousted. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. And some people placate, like this entire family seem like they placate to the father, and now he's gone and they are finally free. I think that's the word that they use. Free. Now that can you imagine people feeling free after you die? Like, ugh. Can you imagine? Woo, we feel free now that nigga's gone. Thank God. Woo, take him. Take him now. You don't have to face him. I always wanted to be you. Sorry, I hope we can move on. Like, let's really move on. That's what her sister said. So that's really good. Meredith has so many clothes. Meredith, where were you going? And for how long? Meredith looked like she was living in that place. She had clothes, all bags and clothes all over. How much shopping is there in Vail? Like, literally. Like, she looked like it was so many clothes there. She was like, I haven't even gone through half of it. It was just so much excess. I was just like, damn, like, okay, girl. We got upset last night. I went up there and it was Lisa and Jenny came into Meredith's room, and Meredith feels a certain way, and she said that she did go into Mary's room. She asked her direct questions and Mary answered her. I should have never told Whitney about Cameron. That's what Meredith said, and she was upset about that. She said I should have never mentioned it to her, because then she just turned around and I don't want to be talking behind people's back. And she said, and last year when everybody was talking behind my back, Mary, and besides you, and I think she said besides you, Mary was the only one that wasn't talking behind my back. So that's where we see why Meredith is giving this lady the benefit of the doubt the way that she is, because she was the only one who didn't have an opportunity to talk about her. So now it is what it is. So they all sit down. Meredith says we need to resolve this before we leave the house, and we're bad mouthing each other behind each other's back. Meredith says she was sorry to Whitney. She said that was my fault. I should not have said that to you. And then Mary looked like, what? Oh, girl, what happened? Oh, girl, what happened, girl? What happened, girl? Okay, we're back. Okay, is everything connected? Okay. So, what was I saying? Oh, so Mary looked like she got upset at that moment. Like her eyes looked like they started watering. And then what's her name wants to know why she owes anyone an explanation. Don't bring me up. Why you make a switch like that? I'm not the mastermind you think I am. I'm not making anybody do whatever. This is Lisa. Heather goes, Lisa goes, if you start thinking the worst of me, I'm going to start thinking the worst of you, and you're not going to like that. I was like, oh, okay, girl. But that's it already. You already think the worst of her. Like, I really believe that Whitney and Lisa are never going to get along. I do not believe that Lisa respects Whitney. I think she has whatever Whitney has done to get herself out of the church. I think that is what Lisa, because just from the first season, just the way that I think she judges her and her husband, because they cheated on their spouses with each other, and that's how they were kicked out of their church. So I think that Lisa judges her for that, and I think she's never going to like get along with her. I just don't think that she respects her. That's how I feel. And so Lisa starts yelling, and then Heather tells everyone, and she just says, they tell about the gifts. And then Mary was like, that's nobody's business. So everybody got a gift except for Whitney. which is a way to ostracize her, to isolate her, to make her feel bad. It's very childish. The way that you calling her little girl, that is, it's childish. And, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel like it doesn't even make sense. First of all, the gifts don't make sense, that you had these things here and everybody got a gift, a Louis Vuitton bag. They had the price of everything that she had given away to all of these people: shoes, a purse, a clutch, Chanel clutch, a Louis Vuitton bag, and I forgot what Meredith said she gave her. And she was like, okay, so everybody got a gift but me. Like, girl, why? And then I'm like thinking, like, first of all, what was the purpose of the gifts? Right? So was this a plan all along? Because, oh no, she said she did have a gift for her, but she is not giving it to her yet. That's what she said. She did say that. I have a gift for you. I have just not been giving it to you yet. So, but it's funny because you can say that because you're giving gifts, they're like secondhand gifts, but they're designer gifts. So people are going to take them because they're designer. So it's like, you don't really have a gift for her. You have something of yours that you're going to give to her to make it seem, I don't know. I just feel like, girl, that's manipulating right there. I could have manipulated you a long time ago. That's what she told her. That shit was hilarious to me. Everybody was like, girl, what? Girl, what are you saying? Heather goes, her and Heather were going back and forth. Heather was looking at Mary crazy. She's like, I'm just tired of women saying shady shit to me. I'm tired of women being mean to me and talking down on me and this and that. And then she called Heather chubby at one point. Compare me to Jen, church and fraud. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Heather had enough. Heather got up. She was like, I'm done talking about this. This is, everybody was talking over each other. And I think everybody was talking over each other because they didn't want to, what Whitney wanted to do was getting it all straightened out. Let's put all the Post-its down on the damn ceiling. Let's get our yarn and draw the one from point A to point B, right? And get our yarn all over the thing so we can figure out the case. Because Whitney, she's like, you the one that's saying stuff. No, what are you trying to say now? You went to Mary's room after talking shit about her and telling business. But that was like, they were all together talking. The same way she explained it when they were outside. If you are very powerful in your position as the leader of a church, there was word getting back to us that you were taking advantage of your parishioners. And we were talking about it. Yes, we were. It's not talking behind your back because we're talking about it to you now. We're telling you about it. That's just how it has to be. Of course, it's going to happen behind the person's back because everybody's like, girl, did you hear what happened with Mary? Girl, did you hear what happened with Mary? What are we going to do? How are we going to address this? We got one girl in the crew who is defrauding old people. And then we got another girl in the crew whose people at the church is saying that she's using money for her surgeries. And then you like accept it. Like you're taught to accept that. Like because they are delivering God's word, it's okay for them to have more money than the entire church, the entire membership. It's okay for them to have more money than the entire membership of the church because they're delivering God's word. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Y'all telling me it's not a scam? Y'all gonna sit up here and tell me that it's not a scam? That's not a scam to you? That'll sound like, oh, when you put it like that, girl, that's what it looked like. That's what it is. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, and what did it walk like a duck? It is a duck. Shit. I'm sure Lisa cleared it up. Did you hear what she said? Lisa went and talked to me. Oh yeah, I'm sure she cleared it up. That was hilarious. Whitney and Heather, they wanted to leave. They were stalling. They wanted to leave. Then she said, we're not going to go with, they're not going to go on the private jet. They're going to take commercial. And they were just going back and forth. It's like, it was funny because not Heather and Whitney. I keep wanting to say Heather and Whitney, but I'm talking about Mary. Mary's behavior, baby, when I tell you, I would have been screaming in there like, you really think you getting over on these people? And she was like, be quiet. She was doing like telling Heather to be quiet. Heather was looking at her like, girl, who do you think we are? We are not your congregation. Sorry, girl. We are not under your spell. We are not the little emoji with the Twilight Zone eyes. No, we not. Mary almost got me. Remember, I was like, I remember, I think, was it last season or was it mid-season? I was saying something about Mary, and y'all was like, Erica, watch out. she's gonna have you hypnotized. No, but our fucking preachers and shit, I'll be looking at them like, girl, because they really have authority in their church. But when you're outside of your church, you don't really have any authority. You're a powerful person in your church and probably in your neighborhood because you give, hopefully you're giving back in those neighborhoods. I don't know shit about Mary, but what I see on TV, and I don't go looking for any. I'm not really interested. I don't care. I do not care that much. But her trying to act like I could have manipulated you a long time ago. She was like, what? They was laughing. I think it was one point somebody went like this, like, girl, are you serious? That's the thing. It's like, you're really serious right now? Because this probably works on it worked before on somebody, and that's the only reason why you doing it again. Because, girl, this not working. What else was going on? Yeah, like the gifts, going to give them gifts that were yours that you just brought with you. Were you intending on giving them gifts? Girl, whatever. God is in me. And then she said somebody she said that Jen was like a Mexican drug lord. Is that what she said? She was like, she's like a heartless thug. When you see those Mexican drug dealers, girl, what the fuck? I said, oh God, come on, bigotry. I was like, girl, did she just say that? And she tried to clean it up real quick. Come on, preacher. Come on, Pastor Cosby. Girl, it's a mess. Anyways, y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Peace.